Hi, I'm Melanie Nakagawa, Chief Sustainability Officer at Microsoft. I'm thrilled to be here today. We've got a great lineup of insights and innovations to share. With me are my colleagues, Kathleen Mitford, Corporate Vice President for Global Industry Marketing, and Satish Thomas, Corporate Vice President for Microsoft Industry Clouds, and a special guest, Derek Prisbilo, a partner with EY in Climate Change and Sustainability Services. We're going to talk about how Microsoft, our customers, and partners are meeting sustainability challenges, including regulations, head-on, with technology advancements like AI, and how we're creating new business value as we do it. I personally come to the conversation with a background in finance, technology, and policy. I started in the NGO community and worked in public policy for a number of years. Then, during my time in finance, I served as Director of Climate Strategy for a global growth equity, technology-focused fund. And now I'm here at Microsoft, where we work on sustainability, and the work is really about being at the intersection of policy, investment, technology, and advocacy. It's here that change can happen at the scale we need. At Microsoft, we're striving not just for our own progress as a company to become carbon negative, water positive, zero waste by 2030, but also to provide the technology needed to help build a more sustainable world and create the enabling societal conditions that will support a net zero economy. We're all in this together. Like our customers and partners, we're self-reporting our progress against common environmental, social, and governance standards, often referred to as ESG standards. We do this to be transparent about our progress towards our sustainability commitments and to make a difference for the planet. But we're also operating amid growing regulatory pressures and customer and shareholder expectations. For those that are headquartered in Europe, the European Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, often referred to as the CSRD, is likely already top of mind. But for others, to level set, the CSRD is a new set of guidelines from the European Commission that significantly expands the rules related to environmental, social, and governance information that companies have to report. It entered into force this year, and it has broad reach. It applies to companies both within the EU and those based outside the EU if they have sufficient scope within the EU. It is estimated that nearly 50,000 companies will need to report. Some will need to begin collecting new data in 2024 to report the following year. Microsoft has over a decade of experience in sustainability reporting. By our estimate, the CSRD will ask for companies to potentially disclose hundreds of data points that are both qualitative and quantitative, many of which we track ourselves, and we're also building into our first-party ESG solution, the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability. At Microsoft, we're customer zero as well to our first-party sustainability solutions, meaning Microsoft's internal environmental sustainability team has a strong voice in shaping and refining the capabilities and features for the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability. I'm excited to share more about some of those new features later today. As we know from decades of addressing regulatory requirements to comply with these regulations are going to require well-organized data estates, capable of ingesting and automating data across an enterprise and its value chain, as well as guidance and AI support models to move from data management to a full report. A high-quality CSRD report can not only help companies avoid penalties and external scrutiny, but also serve as a roadmap to identify areas where additional action is most needed to further reduce emissions and drive towards a net zero future. A critical component of our approach is our dedication to helping others manage data at the scale to address ESG reporting and performance demands. As we continue to learn, we are committed to sharing our experiences with customers and partners so that we can all make progress together. We're engaged with global partners, researchers, scientists, and governments, using our voice to influence the development of comprehensive yet flexible climate disclosures that will improve transparency and efficiencies and help us all accelerate progress towards a more sustainable future. In the spirit of sharing our progress and learnings, we've released our third annual sustainability report last month. In 2022, our business grew by 18% and our overall emissions were down 0.5%. We are encouraged by these results and remain focused on delivering on our 2030 commitments. 2022 was a year of innovation, partnership, and progress against those commitments, all while helping our customers and the world move towards a more sustainable future. We also know that achieving a net zero future is a challenge bigger than any one company can tackle, and we're continuing to make long-term investments needed to bring more carbon-free energy onto the grids where we operate. Last month, we were excited to announce the signing of a new power purchase agreement with a nuclear fusion energy startup called Helion for at least 50 megawatts of clean electricity beginning as early as 2028. Another major milestone is our expansion of the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability to include more comprehensive ESG data management capabilities, which we'll share more about today. Since announcing our general availability of the Cloud for Sustainability last June, we've made significant strides to expand the features and capabilities. These will enable us, our partners, and customers to make greater progress and develop new kinds of innovative solutions, ready to transform how we operate around sustainably. And this transformation will include broader use of artificial intelligence. The scale and pace of sustainability solutions needed to address the climate crisis are greatly enhanced with the capabilities of AI. Microsoft's journey to use AI to advance sustainability started in 2017 with the AI for Earth program. Since then, it has become increasingly clear that AI is an essential technology for making meaningful climate progress. For example, AI can accelerate sustainability by helping to integrate new sources of renewable energy onto the grid. It can optimize energy and water consumption, anticipate extreme weather events, and speed up the discovery of how low-carbon building materials are discovered, just to name a few. I encourage everyone who's joining us today to check out the 2022 reports, which is packed with details about our progress and learnings throughout the ups and downs of this journey that we want to pass on to others to help you on your own journey. Now let's turn the conversation to our panel to tell us about the business context for sustainability technology and particularly the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability. Kathleen, in your work with different industries, what trends and bright spots are you seeing in this space?
Melanie, there are so many bright spots. The main trend we're seeing is sustainability efforts turning into real business opportunities for companies. McKinsey predicts that as soon as next year, up to $5 trillion will be invested annually in sustainability. Today, we're seeing a lot of this investment in sectors striving to gain ground on decarbonization, like energy, agriculture, and transport. Overall, we're seeing how growing investments in sustainability are boosting the bottom line through valuable new sustainability-based business models and products.
AI is, of course, one of those investments we're really excited about. Can you tell us how that's factoring into other industries?
We're seeing more industry-specific AI solutions going to market at scale to enable more efficiency in how leading companies operate and deliver value to customers. For example, manufacturers are using AI to lower CO2 emissions when producing key materials like creating industrial cement. AI is being used to autonomously optimize machine parameters and detect anomalies in the production process, saving thousands of tons of CO2 by minimizing energy consumption volatility in the cement kiln and reducing overall runtime while achieving the same output. And in retail and consumer goods, supply chain resiliency is top of mind, and we're starting to see the same focus on supply chain sustainability. For example, organizations are using AI across customer and supplier data to minimize fresh grocery waste by improving demand forecasting and inventory level management. And further upstream, we've seen logistics teams use AI to analyze massive amounts of weather data to better predict road conditions, improve fleet efficiency, and reduce overall fuel consumption. In the energy sector, AI is helping increase the production of renewable energy sources. For example, the output of turbines at wind farms is greatly impacted by the wake effect, the wind speed and turbulence each turbine creates, and its impact on the rest of the wind farm. AI is being used to simulate different wind farm designs and identify which design produces the most renewable energy. Most of the examples I shared, like process optimization, supply chain efficiency, or AI-driven simulations, can benefit customers in nearly every industry, helping everyone reach their sustainability commitments, reinvent their business models, and more.
Those examples are so exciting. I always love hearing how organizations are leveraging sustainability commitments to create more new business value. How are you seeing regulations and other top-of-mind challenges influencing the market?
Yes, businesses are facing huge pressure to manage complex priorities, and this is frankly unprecedented. They're grappling with economic uncertainty, an energy crisis, shifting industry priorities, and new sustainability regulations like the EU's new ESG reporting standards you mentioned earlier that will impact so many companies around the world. Given the regulations and other pressures, many companies are looking to transform sustainably. They want tools to navigate the changing standards, speed up their processes, and get their data out of silos so it can be used for insights and reporting. They're also looking to increase transparency across their value chains. And meanwhile, they're trying to get their organizations aligned with all these adjustments. These needs stack up to create a new benchmark that we call the multiple bottom line. Companies are striving to balance investments that deliver operational excellence, sustainability performance alongside regulatory compliance, shareholder value, and growth opportunities. We've seen organizations with a strong digital foundation, meaning companies that are investing in data and technology innovation, retraining their workforces, embedding sustainability deeper into their culture, and working with partners are better positioned to balance these multiple bottom lines and ultimately accomplish more faster.
That's where the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability can play a major role. For those who are new to the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability, it's a growing set of capabilities from both Microsoft and our partners that we launched a year ago. It's built on Microsoft Azure, powered by the Power Platform, including Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI. We saw that organizations needed to unify their environmental, financial, and operational data to record and report their progress and inform more effective data-driven decisions. And they needed a flexible, extensible solution that could give them a comprehensive and increasingly automated view into the environmental impact of their operations and value chains. To tackle these challenges, 1 year ago, we launched the Microsoft Sustainability Manager as part of the Cloud for Sustainability General Availability release. Customers also need to get a handle on their emissions footprint from using cloud services, so we launched the Emissions Impact Dashboard. This gives them transparency into their emissions related to their company's usage of Azure and Microsoft's 365 cloud services. As I mentioned earlier, at Microsoft, we view ourselves as customer zero. And we have a productive relationship with the commercial sustainability team, actively feeding new product requirements to the engineering team and testing feature updates to continue to improve the suite of tools that Microsoft offers. We're doing the work, as many others are, navigating how to address the new regulations and aligning our social and governance reporting. These are just some examples of how we, alongside our partners, are targeting solutions to address some of the most pressing challenges in the marketplace today. This leads me to my next big question that I have for Satish. What are some of the newest capabilities in the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability that are helping companies take on regulatory reporting while transforming how they run their operations sustainably?
I'm glad you asked. So we've made some amazing progress with our Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability since we launched it last year. And it's been a constant drumbeat of month-by-month updates and new features being released every month. And if folks are interested to learn more, I've published a blog that highlights our collective journey with our partners over the last year. So one of the big things companies are tackling right now is how to get a comprehensive view across the environmental, social, and governance practices. And along those lines, we're making 3 major enhancements. Specifically, I'll start with the work we're doing around Scope 3 updates. Many organizations are currently tracking carbon emissions, but not doing this holistically. So to help customers achieve complete accounting across all their operations, I'm happy to share that we've completed all 15 Scope 3 categories, meaning customers can track it all in the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability, which is huge. We also know how challenging collecting and managing Scope 3 data is because it relies on the input of organizations' entire supply chains. But it's critical as a large portion of emissions for most companies lies in Scope 3. So for this, we're adding a supplier engagement capability that'll help streamline ingestion of supplier data. And this will also enable teams to focus more on the collaboration and reduction versus spending time orchestrating data collection and management with suppliers. Now, still within Scope 3, water and waste. So organizations also need to prepare for water and waste related reporting and reduce their impact in these areas. So for this, we're introducing data models for water and waste and new water data management capabilities as well. So these capabilities will help our customers record, track, analyze and report their data and waste usage data. Collaborating with partners, of course, is a very, very key area in this space, and we are excited to talk about the work we're doing with Ecolab around, who is a water sustainability leader. That'll help more organizations monitor and manage water data so they can gain greater visibility into how they're tracking against their water and sustainability goals. So that's just the first one. The second one is around CSRD, which is Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, and the capabilities around that. So we've talked a lot about regulations today, and this has been very much top of mind for all of us, and especially on the engineering side. So enterprise organizations often have complex operations, which may be subject to various local requirements in each country. And the Cloud for Sustainability will help them address this complexity by allowing them to customize and adjust the calculation factors to fit local scenarios and more easily report against specific regulatory requirements, including CSRD. And of course, we'll extend this to other regulations as they're defined and implemented by various governing bodies. So the last thing I'll say here is that we're also helping our customers with a new capability that provides pre-built ESG reporting templates that help customers organize and track their evidence for different ESG regulatory reporting standards, of course, starting with CSRD. Now, the third thing here, which is the Project ESG Lake. Last but not least, we recognize that CSRD and other regulations are expanding beyond environmental impacts into social and governance areas. So we're introducing important new capabilities to help organizations make faster progress towards their broader sustainability goals. Along these lines, we're introducing the Project ESG Lake work, which helps organizations get their data estate ready for quicker insights and simplified reporting. So this solution really centralizes and standardizes data in a comprehensive ESG data estate, which can be used for reporting, advanced analytics, AI, and large language model work as well. So those are three main things: Scope 3 capability, enabling CSRD reporting, and of course the new ESG Lake work that we're doing. And all of this is part of the broader Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability offering.
It's fantastic to see so many new capabilities. I know our customers will be eager to be reaching out and trying them out. Once a Cloud for Sustainability implementation is off the ground, there's so much opportunity, like we've said, not just for progress, but also for innovation. Derek, on the topic of pairing the data estate to help meet ESG regulations, what does that look like for EY customers who are implementing data-driven solutions, and specifically the Microsoft Sustainability Manager?
Sustainability Manager provides significant value in helping companies solve the complex problem of environmental metric management and disclosure. In particular, GHG reporting requires the collection and transformation from a tremendous amount of data from a number of different systems like supply chain, energy, travel, and equipment management. To get to a level of audit readiness necessary for external disclosure, these sources need to be properly controlled, fed, and transformed in a robust, scalable, and transparent manner. Microsoft provides the means to achieve this. It also provides a common data model for disclosure that can be easily deployed and referenced within the broader Cloud for Sustainability data model. These solutions help companies jumpstart their ESG compliance and reporting programs. Importantly, Sustainability Manager provides both a means for reporting and a means for operationalizing ESG information to achieve the goals and objectives companies have established. For example, the ability to extend into Azure enables organizations to add services like Azure Data Lake or Azure Synapse to pull and transform data from low-level activity records for Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. This allows them to provide insights that help them to actually measure and act on their sustainability goals in a much more granular fashion. Many focused reporting solutions in the market stop short of this. If clients have the appropriate structure in place, we can implement Sustainability Manager in 2 phases over just a few months. The first phase is focused on core product implementation and testing, and the second phase enhances the product and addresses future state requirements like scenario modeling and goal setting. During this time, we will typically integrate with 1 or more external data sources to drive automation and improve data quality.
You mentioned enhancements and future state requirements. Can you tell us about the opportunity there?
The opportunity is around extending Sustainability Manager and leveraging the Cloud for Sustainability data model for data ingestion and analytics. This helps customers meet their goals and really operationalize and embed sustainability within key business domains, such as operations and procurement. Remember, the whole purpose of reporting is to drive market improvement in ESG performance. Right now, only around 7% of companies are on track to meet their net zero goals. This undermines the credibility of the entire ESG movement, and we are laser focused on helping companies address this with Microsoft. With respect to enhancements, we typically help companies build in the ability to develop business insights on emissions performance using tools like Power BI and generative AI, integrate net zero goals and interim emissions reduction targets so that companies can continuously track and monitor performance against these targets. And importantly, we help them collaboratively design business initiatives or abatement measures and model comparisons of different scenarios and cost curves to help them meet their targets. More broadly speaking, the upside to achieving a low carbon enterprise is definitely an opportunity. EY works with a number of firms that are exploring brand new approaches to creating value in the new low carbon economy. Some are large carbon capture enterprises and firms focused on creating differentiated low carbon products. And we're convening data scientists, environmental specialists, and tax and finance professionals to collaboratively innovate. These engagements are really at the forefront of the low carbon economy, and there are some tremendous opportunities for disruption and innovation there.
Thank you, Derek. That's an inspiring message for everyone. As we encounter more regulations, I think we can expect a continuing trend in data estate modernization and low carbon innovation. It's an exciting transition that's both good for business and good for the planet. Another innovation Microsoft is investing heavily in is using AI to empower sustainability progress at an expedited pace. We're focused on enabling this across Microsoft, our customers, and the planet collectively, and doing it responsibly, as I mentioned earlier. For Microsoft, we're improving the efficiency of our AI operations and working to build a clean energy future. In the world at large, we're promoting the use of AI to advance sustainability by advocating for policies that align AI with global sustainability goals and collaborating on high-impact solutions. For example, the Microsoft AI for Good Lab uses data from the Planetary Computer and other organizations around the globe with AI, machine learning, and statistical modeling to improve climate resilience around the world. By offering the technology and expertise of the AI for Good Lab, we're helping to advance the local development of scalable solutions. In 2022, we expanded our AI for Good Lab into Egypt and Kenya to improve climate resilience and launch Global Renewables Watch, a first-of-its-kind living atlas aiming to map and measure all utility-scale solar and wind installations on Earth. For our customers, we're super focused on equipping them to make the most of AI's potential. We're enabling AI analytics through the Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability solutions, developing AI solutions for sustainability across our product suite, and delivering open source AI solutions to help protect the biodiversity and health of the world's ecosystems. Satish, you're involved in these efforts every day. Can you share a bit more about how AI is getting implemented in our customer sustainability solution?
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, we're infusing AI into pretty much all of our solutions and our partner solutions to perform advanced analytics, generate detailed and actionable insights, helping customers speed up their sustainability progress. And I'll pick on a few examples. So, for example, the new anomaly detection feature coming later this year in the Cloud for Sustainability will enable customers to find outliers, trends, and correlations between activity data and calculated emissions through an integrated and interactive AI model. And this will help them make more impactful decisions. So companies are also figuring out how they want to move forward with energy consumption as an example. So to compare the probable outcomes of different approaches. A new capability we're launching this year is called What If Analysis. So this will give our customers the ability to make more efficient choices in how they operate their business. So this capability will use an AI model to forecast the emissions impact over time of changing various consumption variables. And ultimately, all of this will help sustainability managers, procurement officers, facility managers, and any other user fine-tune decisions to drive reductions in their organization's broader energy footprint.
Our customers and partners are also building their own powerful cloud-driven AI solutions on Microsoft technologies. What's the scope of these innovations?
Yeah, I mean, I always pause when I speak about the Microsoft Cloud for sustainability, because we're building the solution on the broader Microsoft Cloud with planet scale infrastructure, be it Azure, business applications, and Dynamics 365, low code, no code, and Power Platform, collaboration in Teams, and our data work through Microsoft Fabric. So one of the advantages of the Project ESG Lake that I just talked about is that customers and partners such as EY can also enable their own AI scenarios on top of all of that unified data. And that's super powerful and very extensible. So in net, I'm very excited about the wide-ranging industry solutions that all of us and our partner ecosystem can enable on behalf of our customers to accelerate their sustainability journey.
These are such fascinating applications for AI and critical ones, considering how the planet and market conditions are evolving. Kathleen, Satish, Derek, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your thoughts. And to everyone who's watching, thank you. It's a privilege to share our journey with all of you. We encourage you to try Microsoft Cloud for Sustainability firsthand with a free trial at aka.ms/cloud-for-sustainability. Learn more about the new updates by checking out Satish's blog, on the Microsoft Industry Blog website, and stay informed about new developments by signing up for updates at microsoft.com/sustainability. Thank you all for joining us today.